Hey there, my darlings. How are you? I hope that you are doing amazing. It's DarlingDTarot bringing you another Oracle review. So for today, we are getting right into this, and we are reviewing Chip Richards' The Secret Language of Animals Oracle cards, Endangered Voices of Mother Earth. Now, this is one of my absolute favorite Oracle decks for so many reasons, and I've been so excited to share this deck with you guys. So right off the bat, of course, it is covering endangered animal species, so animal species that are going extinct or that are currently endangered and really need our help. And what I really love about Chip Richards' book as well, it comes with a 168-page guidebook, but at the end of the book, there are a few pages that are dedicated to how you can help each animal species, how you can get involved with a cause as well, and how you can work with a foundation in order to better save these animals too. And I really love that. I really appreciate the fact that not only did he do this out of his own passions, but out of his own love for animals and for Mother Gaia and for the rest of the planet as well. And I feel like that's another thing that you guys are really going to love about this deck too, if you guys are animal lovers like I am. Now, another thing that I really want to mention is that there are 4 different quadrants throughout this deck. As you can see from the top of the cards, we have the blue area, which is water, we have the green, which is earth, we have the red, which is fire, and then we have the purple, which is air. And I really love the fact that it is kind of separated into all of these quadrants as well. I feel like it's a really wonderful way to better understand the emotion and the feeling of the card too, especially when we have these beautiful borders. I love to associate each one with different keywords or different feelings. So blue would be emotional understanding, emotional maturity, feeling your emotions, you know, maybe even digging deep below the surface, while red is very passionate, it's very vivacious, it's very fiery, right? So it's a really wonderful deck to use in regards to intuitively reading colors or color magic in general. For any of you guys that are getting involved with working with colors, maybe even working with colors in regards to your candle magic as well, I feel like that would be really awesome going forward to get this deck to focus on. Now, also, I do want to say everything in this set is very good quality. So not only is the box like this really heavy cardboard, but the guidebook itself is beautiful. It's a laminated cover. It is just so gorgeous. I love the high gloss finish on everything. Everything in this set is high gloss. It has such a kind of elegant feel to it. It's very lush, if you will, as well, which is kind of funny to say about an Oracle deck, but I really do feel that way whenever I shuffle with this deck. Also, it is a little bit larger than majority of Oracle decks, but don't let that scare you, right? It is perfectly easy to shuffle. It's actually one of my favorite decks to shuffle, to be completely honest, because it shuffles so easily. Even though the first few times you shuffle it, it might be a little bit awkward. Give it some time to break it in, right? And I also want to say as well that with it being these kind of big, long sizes, if your hands aren't able to grab the card long ways, you can always side shuffle it and do a waterfall shuffle. These cards are really amazing for that as well. So let's go ahead and look at the box. At the front, we have this beautiful lion here, and he is actually one of the cards too, and I really love the fact that we have this artwork featured in the cards too. So it says Chip Richards, The Secret Language of Animals, Oracle cards. On the bottom, we have some more of the animals that are featured. Let me just zoom in really quick or focus my camera. There we go. So we have the eagle, we have dragonfly, we have the white rhinoceros, and we have the sea turtle. There's the sides as well. This is from Blue Angel Publishing Company, and I believe that's who also did the artwork as well. Now we also have the timber wolf, the elephant, we have the wild horse, and we have the, I believe it is the African parrot. I could be wrong though. But going forward, also the other side looks like this as well. So, if we look at the back, it says set includes 46 cards and detailed 168-page guidebook, which is this beautiful baby right here. So let me just focus again. Beautiful. There was a time when our ways were intimately woven with the pulse of the natural world. The answers to life's great questions were found not in books, but in the quiet communion with the voices of Mother Earth. From the mighty whale to the tiny bee, each animal and element was seen as sacred and was honored for the gift that it brought to the greater circle of life. The secret language of animals is a doorway to reconnect with the wisdom of nature through the messages of our of a handful of our planet's most threatened species. By honoring the insight they bring to us, we deepen our connection to our own path and calling, while awakening our role in the preservation and balance of life. Now is the time. Listen to the whispered call of the secret language of animals. What message or gift is waiting to be awoken in you? Isn't that awesome? So here are some more cards that are featured. Again, we talked about timber wolf, there's blue whale, white rhinoceros, eagle, gecko, sea turtle, elephant, and lotus blue butterfly. But this is a really awesome deck to get if you are really wanting to learn animal kind of medicine as well, which is another thing that I really love to mention in regards to this deck. So here is the front of the booklet. Again, it's a very nice quality, as you can hear from kind of the nice little tapping. Now on the back it says, I love to think of nature as an unlimited broadcasting station through which God speaks to us every hour if only we will tune in. George Washington Carver. So if we were to look inside of the booklet, I will show you, here's the dedication, there's the front page. Now here's the table of contents. There's the introduction page. We also have an area on how to use the cards, on how to have a single card reading. And also there is an elemental spread and a medicine wheel spread. I really, really love that spread. So going forward, I do want to say that when we draw up the card as well at the end of this video, I will pause the video and I will let you guys read anything that is on the page of what we flip to or what we get to. But as you can see in this book, every single animal has a very detailed, long drawn out description, which I personally very much love. There's also the message in particular, and it also tells you about the animal. It tells you facts about them, history about them, you know, maybe even what different cultures really kind of have associated with these animals as well, which I really love. I love the mythology behind animals and the cultures behind animals as well, right? So going forward, there's just so many beautiful animals. So as you can see, they are also, again, put into their own little categories, which I feel like you guys are also going to really love and appreciate. And the last category that we have as well is Gaia as well. That's the last card, and it's the last section. So going forward, here in the back is also where we talk about the endangered animals. So here it says, blue whale status endangered. Blue whales were abundant in nearly all oceans on the earth until the beginning of the 20th century. For over a century, they were hunted almost to extinction until protected by the International Whaling Commission in 1966. Currently, there are an estimated 5,000 to 12,000 blue whales worldwide. There used to be approximately 250,000 blue whales. Can you imagine? So going forward, we also have a Meet the Author at the back. Here's the Choosing Your Cause and all of the different foundation websites too, so you can get involved with that. And then here is the About the Author, and it talks about other things that he's worked on, other projects as well. I will be leaving all of the links in the description box down below on where you can view Chip Richards' other works, and also I will be leaving a link down below on where you can get this deck personally off of Amazon. But going forward, let's just dive right into this deck. So I'm so excited to show you guys the imagery. So as you can see, every single card has a number at the top. We also have the actual name of the animal or of the imagery, and then we have the keywords at the bottom here. Here's the back of the card too. How beautiful are they? But as you can see, again, it's very, very high gloss. I've actually spilled water on these a number of times, and they have come out unscathed every single time, you guys. And it's fascinating to me, to be honest. And honestly, they've put up with a lot of my abuse. And do you see, like, the edges are still very nice. They're still very well put together. They're not scuffed at all, which I really look for in regards to a deck, you know, a really good quality cardstock. As you can see too, every card is very textured, which I absolutely adore. I love cards and images that have texture in them, and that really kind of differentiates them from other cards, right? this is definitely a great deck though if you're first getting involved with animal language, or if you're first getting involved with animal medicine as a whole. You know, if you want to start working with spirit animals, or you want to know more about your own spirit animal, I really love kind of focusing on this deck in regards to that. This is also a really wonderful deck to ask your spirit animals and your spirit guides, what should I focus on? What should I be doing right now? I love to use this deck for that. I love how intricate each card is as well. Just each card is so like multi-dimensional, and there's just so many layers to it, and I absolutely adore that about it. Like even shark, look, it highlights the fact that we have the tooth here. And what I love about this card as well is that when it's showing the tooth, it's showing the fact that the shark can regenerate teeth at any given time, right? That's not something the shark has to worry about. So it's kind of the smaller messages as well that I personally really love, right? I love the gradients in the backgrounds as well, especially in the white pelican card. It reminds me of Key West, which is where I grew up. The sunsets down there were always so gorgeous, you guys. And I love that every background is slightly different than the rest. Like there could even be multiple backgrounds that have the same exact color, but it's very different from the card that came before it. And I really love the variety in this deck. Also, might I add that this is one of the most accurate decks that I have, like in regards to animal oracle cards as well. Not saying that my others aren't, because they are, but this one is like, it will come out with specific keywords that I've literally seen in the rest of the reading, or that I've said leading up to the cards, right? So these are really wonderful if you just need confirmation in regards to a keyword, or in regards to a phrase as well. You know, because again, maybe if you were talking about expression, we have expression here, or we also have freedom over here, or partnership. So whatever it is that you were thinking about, or that you were kind of noodling on, you know, I feel like this deck is really good at confirming that you are going in the right path, or that you're going in the right direction. You guys, I was wrong, by the way. It's an orange-bellied parrot, not an African parrot. I tried. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it was an orange-bellied parrot. I love how three-dimensional each animal and each creature looks as well. Like, just with the way the shadow and the light works, it just hits the fur and the maybe the body of the insect or just the animal very, very beautifully. And I just really love the use of shadows in this deck. And the last card, Gaia. Okay, so I will pause this, I will clear this up, and then we will rejoin once I am shuffling. So I will see you in a second. Okay, we are all cleaned up, so let's get ready to shuffle! So we have the cards here. As you can see, it is a little bit of a stretch for me, but luckily I took piano as a kid growing up. But going forward, so it's just a little bit of a stretch. It's not too uncomfortable. I'd say the most uncomfortable part is just getting my little pointer finger bent to be able to put it in there, but that's okay. So going forward, as you can see, the cards are very easy to shuffle. They're not stiff at all, which is something that I really like. I'm going to show you guys how you can waterfall shuffle as well. Now, I am notoriously the worst waterfall shuffler, so don't mind me. It like never does it. I can never I'm like, oh, that one was a good one. Okay, you guys. But yeah, as you can see, waterfall shuffling is very easy with this deck. It's very easy to bend and manipulate the cards. They're not going to hold form in a certain position either, which is something that I really like. You know, you can bend them and they bend right back into shape, which is also very nice. Like, you could step on these, you could take them mountain biking with you and potentially like drop them off a cliff or something, and then you'd climb down and you'd get them and they'd be okay. You know, they're just very, very resilient cards, which is something that I really love. They shuffle very nicely too. Do you see the glide here, you guys? Honestly, it's smooth like butter shuffling these cards. Okay, so the card that we have for you guys is Stick Insect. It says stillness, awareness, discernment, and composure. Let me actually just grab you guys one more card too. That's number 42. So this is also a really awesome deck in regards to working with numerology as well, which is something that I really love to do. Now we also have number 45, Black Cockatoo, Herald, Confidence, Companionship, and Communication. Beautiful. On the bottom of the deck, we have number 22, White Pelican, Ease, Optimism, Grace, and Cooperation. So I'm going to go into the book and I will look up each animal and we will see. I'll also pause it so you guys can read it. At the bottom of the message it says, at ease with the alchemy of myself, I soar with the energy of my tribe. Celebrated, honored, lifted by the breeze, I am flying. So you guys can pause this and read it if you would like. Again, ease, optimism, grace, and cooperation. So let's go on to number 45, Black Cockatoo. Okay, so here we have Black Cockatoo, the first page. It says Herald, Confidence, Companionship, and Communication. Number 45. And then here's the back. Below the message it says, I open myself to receive glorious gifts in support of my soul's purpose. I celebrate the opportunity to bring in glorious support to the soul journey of others. I expect the very best. I bring my very best to those in my world. I really love the affirmations in this book. I just find that they're so magical, right? Now we also have stick insect, stillness, awareness, discernment, and composure. So you guys can pause this as well and read about them. They're actually really neat. They can grow up to 14 inches in length. I love stick insects. Oh my goodness. We had stick bugs growing up in Florida as well. And oh my gosh, they're so cool. They're just the neatest little guys. They go so slow. Oh, I just love them so much. So underneath the message, the affirmation says, in the stillness, I am power. Nothing to hide and nothing to prove. In the stillness, I express. In the stillness, I am present to the pulse of my creator, rising up within me. Beautiful. So you guys can pause this as well if you feel called to and read about what the message is. But yeah, definitely let me know, you guys, in the comments down below. Did you enjoy this deck? Do you have a favorite card in this Oracle deck? Are you considering getting it? I would definitely recommend it, right? But I'm very biased. I've been working with this deck for, gosh, the past 4 years now. 4 years. It's been a while, probably 4 years. But I really do love it. I really appreciate every reading that I have with this deck because it really does bring a deeper level of understanding and a deeper level of kind of joy into the reading as well, which sounds really silly, but I don't know, it makes my day to see these really bright, vibrant, and beautiful, vivacious colors just kind of popping into my face. And not only that, but there's a ton of different ways to be able to work with these cards and to be able to intuitively read them. You don't even need the keywords to be able to pick up on intuitive messages, which is another thing I really love. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Do you enjoy this deck? Are you gonna get it? I will be leaving all of the links in the description box down below as well to where you can get this deck if you would like to purchase it, and also links on Chip Richards' things that he has made as well, his other Oracle decks. But I hope you guys are doing amazing and staying in good health, and I hope to see you in my next review. Bye!